position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Aloha from Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Hawaii's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man,
there he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. That's caught. It's Ross. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Let's take a second to think about Hawaii. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
it has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. They're led by a sensational signal caller. And Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary. And there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback...
Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Pulls and fired complete. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really four-down territory now. On fourth down, going to the air. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. On the ground, it's Green. He's in open space downfield. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. The Cardinal might go right back to that ground game after the huge run. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Cardinal, once feeling the shadow of that goalpost, now have moved it out and putting a drive together. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinal!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He might want another play. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He'll throw it. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Finds his man. It's Ross. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave them. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the shotgun, the inside give. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii!
This option rushing attack stresses a defense in so many different ways. That's already their 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Hawaii, 14, Stanford.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the catch. It's Green. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. The short hands. It's Green. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis to throw. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Stanford! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was 6.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by just 2 over Arkansas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. A strike downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for room. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Lewis wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him. Down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Massey. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Stanford quickly to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. The sure hands, it's Green. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Massey.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick.
Breaks into the open. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Stanford now has it in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Lewis to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Crosses the 45. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Stanford fresh off that big run, going back to work. Lewis wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sets up the screen. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Might be changing the route. Got his man. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short. It's a fumble! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. At midfield, he's got room. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this second and short. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Gonna sling it on second down. Release to the back. Fires it incomplete. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. He makes the grab. He stopped short and it's fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Lewis to throw. Oh, they're after him. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down, it's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll give it to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the left.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 2nd and goal coming up. Let's go! Let's go! He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Warriors!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Stanford wants to push the pace.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Lewis wants to pass. Got a man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Tempo in overdrive. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Turning it on! And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Makes the grab. It's Ross. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this